Hey everybody, today's masterclass is not about how to fix your hair for video because I did not master that today, but it is about setting up the perfect background. Do you see this little YouTube play button? That is very much intentional and not an accident, and I'm going to show you how to set up your perfect background for your videos today. So I feel like I'm going to need to take this little camera off the tripod to really give you an idea of how I set up my space. Cut for a second while I screw you off. Okay, all right, we're screwed off. Okay, so here I am. The first step for setting up your space for video is to find your best light. Now, ideally, it is natural light. I am very lucky that I have this beautiful window right here in front of me. So I get a ton of natural light, and it's basically like you're just automatically filtered. You don't really need to do much if you have some really good natural light. Once you find your light source, be it natural light, artificial light, then you can start setting up your background. So you want to make sure that your light source is in front of you and shining on you, because you are the subject of your videos and you want your subject, you, to be as illuminated as possible. So you're going to put your camera between yourself, your subject, and your light source. And actually, you want to get as close to your light source as possible. Do you see this? Do you see how, like, the closer I get to my window, just the brighter I get, the more illuminated I get, the fresher my skin looks. Like, my skin just looks amazing. We're not going to zoom in because it's not actually this flawless, but it just looks so good because we've got some natural light, all right? So I'm going to pull back a little bit and plop you right here because this is where my chair is and it's comfortable here. A lot of people think you want to get as close to your background as possible, but when we do that, we kind of feel a little bit trapped the closer we get to our background. Maybe it creates some shadows, right? Maybe it just like makes us feel like we're in a, being interrogated. Do you see the shadows behind me too? All right, so the further you get from your background and the closer you get to your light source, you actually create something beautiful that we call depth of field, all right? And if you have a really good camera with a solid lens, you can actually blur what's behind you, and then you are going to be right there, centered and crystal clear in the camera. If you're using something like an older version of an iPhone and you can't blur your background, totally fine. It's even more important in that case to create a lot of depth between you and your background. So make sure that you have a lot of depth between you and your background. As my arm is getting pretty tired of holding the camera here, one other thing I want to tell you is once you sort of find that perfect spot to put your camera, you can also adjust the angling right here. So I've got this like really beautiful mirrored closet, and then I've got a bookcase over there which tends to be a little cluttered. So I'm trying to eliminate as much clutter as possible, and I'm just going to center myself right here where there's a little bit of that mirror. You can see the reflection of the background behind me, but I eliminate the clutter that is over there, and I just have this uncluttered view in my background. All right, so I'm going to screw this back on the tripod. We're back. All right, so here we are. I've found my light source, which is step one. Step two, I have decided how close or how far I'm going to be from my background. I've created some depth for me, and I have also angled the camera so that I have the perfect frame right behind me. Now there's a couple things that you can do to make your background reflect even more of your brand, because at the end of the day, every single video that you create tells a story, and it's not just what you're saying that tells a story, it's what you have in your background. It is how you're showing up. It's what you're wearing. It's how confident you seem in front of the camera. It's whether you are reading from a script or if you're just kind of improvising. All of those things contribute to the story you're telling with your videos. So your background is a very important element of that entire narrative that you are creating with your video marketing. So a couple things you can do. First and foremost, declutter, like reduce, take away everything. Just strip it down as much as possible. Reduce as much clutter as you possibly can. That will definitely simplify your background, and it takes away distractions. If you have a lot of things behind you, it can get distracting and it can take away from what you're saying and the actual message that you're carrying with your videos, all right? And then what you can do once you've decluttered is strategically stage your background. So you can see that's what I've done there with the YouTube play button. I got that little shelf off of Amazon for very cheap, just nailed it up with a couple really weak nails because it's not a very heavy shelf, and placed a couple things on it. And there you go. I've got this nice little pretty shelf. That picture is a beach scene, which I love. I think it adds some color, it adds some brightness. I live at the beach, so it also contributes to my story. Got a ukulele that I play once every 4 months, so I'm getting real good at it. And that's just there because I think I look cool when I have a ukulele in the background. That's it. That is the crash course, the video masterclass on how to stage your background. So once you have your background and you are ready to shoot more videos, join my free 5-day video challenge. I'm going to set you up with all the tools you need to start recording video and start putting your voice out there more and more, because as we know, right now, so many people are at home watching videos, and you can be in front of them in those videos. Like I am in front of you right now. You're watching a video and you can be on the other side of that. So sign up for the free 5-day video challenge and I'll see you there.